Over to Ruiz on the wing. The U.S. tried to contain him. It was knocked out. It still belongs to Costa Rica.
It's very reminiscent of the Costa Rican side that we saw under Jorge Luis Pinto, and a team that plays high. They play that offside trap, but obviously they're almost playing a little game of chicken with the United States of saying, hey, beat us in behind, because everything we saw against Colombia was in front of us. So let's see how the United States react to that.
Edge of the box, knocked away. Again, it's a Costa Rica throw-in. Matarrita plays for New York City FC in Major League Soccer. Ready to take this throw-in. Backs it up. Now the long throw-in into the box. Headed up by Michael Bradley to Zardes. Jones goes after it, couldn't get to it. Costa Rica back with the ball. They're the ones that have been setting the tempo here. The U.S. wanted to do that at the start of this game. Maybe something here, but it was lost out on the last touch by Fabian Johnson.
And here you see the back three for Costa Rica. Now against the ball, it's going to be a 5, but when it's with the ball, you see both wingers, or fullbacks you could call them, but they play as wingers. They're playing so far up the field. Gamboa and Matarrita, they're essentially going to play as those outside wingers, the fullbacks, and Joel Campbell is going to tuck inside. So certainly try to make best use of that width.
And that's a space the USA wants to exploit, right?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And that's what Jurgen Klinsmann talked about. That's what the team talked about, was trying to find ways to get Bobby Wood and Gyasi Zardes into those holes that are left by those Costa Rican fullbacks.
Throwing for Costa Rica as the ball was knocked out by Cameron. Costa Rica got it in quickly. Borges moving it up off Urena. And now down that end line. He's wanting to send it across. Driven across, one header, it's loose in the box. Zardes moves it ahead. Gyasi Zardes waits for the help to come, and the U.S. lost it there. That's Bolaños fighting for it with some help from Matarrita. Costa Rica back on the ball. Borges from Acosta. 5th minute of play, USA versus Costa Rica in this must-win game. If the USA were to lose this, they are eliminated from Copa America with 1 game still to go in the group stage. Zardes leaves it off. Off a miss hit. Costa Rica looking to pounce on it. Campbell wide. Well, you can't lose a ball there, or it could be disaster. That almost was.
And look at Joel Campbell there. He's going and getting his own rebound off the scoreboard, and he's putting it back to Guzan. I mean, this Costa Rican team's coming out with confidence, and that's a terrible clearance by DeAndre Yedlin. Very lackadaisical. And there it is. Joel Campbell just tries to wrap his foot around it, and that just flashes past Braz Guzan's post. But look at Campbell's reaction. He's going and getting that ball and trying to get it straight back into play.
For all you hear, Stu, about Costa Rica sitting back and defending, they've come out on the attack here, put the pressure on the U.S.
Yeah, they have. They've come with a great tempo. They're possessing the ball well. They're coming with confidence. And this could be a problem, JP, with that 4-3-3 formation. If you end up with Gyasi Zardes so deep in his own end and Bobby Wood defending those wingers, it's going to end up as a 4-5-1.
Jones slotting it through. U.S. looking for something here. Inside the box, big shot taken, blocked. It was Bobby Wood who had the opportunity. Sent straight ahead. U.S. were threatening there. Jones got it wide. Johnson launches. Bedoya. Zardes, can he turn? Trying to lay it off. Michael Bradley closest to it. Good job by Michael to keep it alive. Bradley holding. U.S. captain finds Bobby Wood. Getting into the box. Wood going wide. Tried to send it across, and that was blocked out of play. Throw in USA.
It's more attacking stuff from United, so the bit of possession in the Costa Rican end.
Dempsey laid it off. Michael Bradley. Yedlin high up the field. Bedoya back for DeAndre Yedlin. Running it to the end line. Picked up Matarrita. The cross was there. Is that a penalty?
Yes,
Referee just blew the whistle now and called it.
Yeah, absolutely 100% a penalty.
Looked like a late call, but the right one.
Well, and it was right in front of the referee, Zambrano. He sees it. It's a push in the back on Bobby Wood. Good job by DeAndre Yedlin, who was initially very narrow. Plays that 1-2 with Alejandro Bedoya. He uses his speed. How many times have we seen him do this? Gets to the end line. There you go. There's a push. Clear push in the back. Bobby Wood is down. I think it's Gamboa who pushes him in the back, just a little bit clumsy. Absolutely no need to do that there. And you see Pemberton, he's furious. They're going to need him to come up with a big save now.
Clint Dempsey's holding the ball. Anxious moments here for the United States, who in the 8th minute the other day trailed Colombia. Here they have a chance in the 8th minute and probably into the 9th minute by the time this ball is kicked to take the lead for the first time in this tournament.
There was much made against Colombia about the difference being in set pieces or restarts or penalties, whatever you want to call it. And Jurgen Klinsmann telling us that they were even with Colombia and that was the difference. Well, Costa Rica have started the better team, and now the United States have a chance. Their first time down the field with a penalty kick to go up 1-0.
Clint Dempsey looking for goal number 50 in his international career. But more importantly, a chance to put the U.S. on top. Dempsey versus Pemberton. Dempsey walks up, takes it, scores! The U.S. leads Dempsey's 50th.
We saw a little bit of a message in Clint Dempsey's celebration saying, calm down, we got this. Steps up confidently, just puts it into the corner. Good penalty kick from Clint Dempsey. That's what you want from your leader.
And it's another reason why you want him in the starting lineup. He wanted that ball. He wanted to take the penalty kick. There's no question about it. We were on replay, but he had that ball for a long time. That was his to take and make.
Absolutely. And at times, I think Clint Dempsey's an easy target for people to say that he should be benched and that he's not an out-and-out striker. But if the United States can play this 4-3-3 formation right, it suits Clint Dempsey because he can drop into that space between the midfielders and the defense where he's so comfortable. And if he has runners and movement around him, that's the key, because he can really spring an attack from that position, and he can also chip in with a goal.
Costa Rica now on it after a terrific start. They're down by a goal. It's a cruel game, as they say. Bradley sweeps it away, and Johnson picks it up.
A little bit of tangle in the box there. Costa Rican players still down on the ground.
Now there's another one down upfield. But Costa Rica plays it. Here they come. Knocked away by Brooks. Headed forward by Costa Rica. Now intercepted by Bedoya. Trying to play it through to Wood. On the move with Dempsey ahead. Zardes makes a run. So does Bedoya. It's cut off. Costa Rica back on it with Ruiz.
Well, who said that this game was going to be Costa Rica with 10 behind the ball and the United States trying to probe? This is end-to-end stuff. This is far more open than I think anybody expected, including myself. Good makings to a game so far. We're only 11 minutes in. We've had chances. Got two teams pressing. United States on top.
Costa was looking for Matarrita. It goes out of play. For more on Clint Dempsey, let's go downstairs to Jenny Taft.
Well, the word Jurgen Klinsmann used to describe Clint Dempsey, he said he is hungry, and right now he's hungry for goals, and he was close Friday. You know, he came in here from day one. He's been working his backside off, trying everything he can. When you're doing that, good things are going to happen.
And Dempsey, thank you, Jen. Dempsey has the game's only goal on that converted penalty kick. Here's Johnson. Zardes, and it just got by him as he tried to make his next move.
We did talk about Fabian Johnson getting into the attack, and that is where he's comfortable in that final third. A lot of times it's going to be important as he provides that width.
Guzan, after that ball, clears it well over the halfway line. Bradley with the intercept. Bradley holding, finding DeAndre Yedlin. Bedoya. Cameron. Intended for Yedlin. Off that deflection, it's a good play by Matarrita, and now it's settled down by Calvo. Calvo in the back, replacing the suspended Kendall Waston, much smaller player, less physical player, and playing more out wide when they use the 3 in the back, and the outside players go forward.
Dempsey's just trying to flip that one in behind, but Alejandro Bedoya is finding space down this right-hand side. Matarrita's almost playing as a left winger at times, and he's just leaving Calvo completely exposed. And that was the key coming in, JP. That space in behind the fullbacks for Costa Rica, the United States. That's where the delivery from DeAndre Yedlin came. That's where Alejandro Bedoya's gotten in, so they've been exposing that weakness so far.
Foul was called there as Johnson was taken down. The U.S. leads on a goal by Clint Dempsey. His 50th international goal came in the 9th minute on a converted penalty kick. Back for Guzan, moving it ahead on the right. Cameron, Yedlin, right in front of the USA bench. It's blocked. Urania lost it. Good recovery by Yedlin.
Excellent recovery from DeAndre Yedlin. He's known for that makeup speed.
Dempsey just got picked off. Here's Campbell pushing it ahead. He wanted Matarrita. Yedlin came back to recover. That's where the speed certainly helps. Gamboa's pass ahead. Pushing Gamboa back on it. Moving it right. Ruiz holding there. Trying to get around Jermaine Jones. Bolaños drives it, and Guzan keeps it in front of him.
From a long way out from Bolaños. Guzan, you hope your goalkeeper will pick that one up. But we just saw 2 recovery runs from DeAndre Yedlin, and as much as we've talked in this first 15 minutes about the space in behind the Costa Rican fullbacks, it's important that the United States are aware against the ball, the counterattack from Costa Rica. And if it weren't for a better pass, they would have gotten in behind DeAndre Yedlin.
The Copa America Centenario on FS1 is sponsored by Sprint. Enjoy Copa America Centenario. Sprint. Game on. Ball out of play, 1-0. USA leading if you've just joined us on a Clint Dempsey penalty kick. Costa Rica are back on the ball. Matarrita. Calvo. Back for Calvo, who plays for Saprissa. Good start to this game from Costa Rica. They look like a more dangerous team, but now they're trailing by a goal with Bolaños on the ball. And it's going to be cleared off for something. Was there an injury? Campbell to the right. Towards the corner. That's blocked. Fabian Johnson taking off. Long ball. He's trying to find Dempsey. Costa Rica back with possession. Bolaños. Matarrita flicks it ahead. Ruiz feeding Bolaños. Zardes is on him.
Good recognition by Jossie Zardes there. DeAndre Yedlin had been pulled inside. It's your right winger making a 30-yard run, recovery run, sending Bolaños back the other way. Good job, Jossie Zardes.
Alvaro Sabrillo is up by the 4th official here in the 17th minute. I know they're trailing by a goal, but you have to think there's an injury.
Yeah, it's got to be for Arena. I did see him go down, clutching his right leg, so to make a change at this stage in the game, it's not about tactics. Costa Rica have had a bright start.
By the way, that's not a bad player to have coming off your bench. We're going to see the change, and it is Urania. whose number is up. So it's a short night for him. Meanwhile, Alvaro Sabrillo comes in, 36 international goals. At the international level, he's scored in pretty much 1 out of every 3 games he's played.
Actually, I see Ureña in front of he's grasping his shoulder, so we can get a look at what happened. Perhaps on the way he landed, he is holding his right shoulder in front of us. Costa Rica forced into an early change. It changes the dynamic a little bit for this Costa Rican team because Sabrillo is more of a target forward. He's going to play closer to the goal. Ureña was more willing to run in behind and test that back line. Already he's tangled up with John Brooks, taking a little light swipe at him there.
First foul is called on Sabrillo since coming in. Jones takes off with it. Jermaine Jones, good run. Towards the end line, never got there. Gamboa tracked him down and cleared it out. But a good burst of speed from the 34-year-old Jermaine Jones. Fabian Johnson, who plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach, will take this throw in. USA leading 1-0 on a goal by Clint Dempsey. 9th minute, converted penalty kick. His 50th goal. Second USA player to ever hit that mark. Landon Donovan holds the record for goals for the USA with 57. Zardes checking back. Margarito's on him. Intended for Dempsey. Costa Rica will win it back. Calvo.
Gyasi Zardes does so well initially there to come in off the line and takes a touch. Just a little bit careless on that pass, trying to find Dempsey.
Jones. Johnson. Fabian Johnson, and that's blocked. Johnson and Yedlin have probably advanced more in the first almost 20 minutes here than we saw the other night, the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can tell it's been communicated by the coaching staff. And Jurgen Klinsmann again told us this morning he wanted to see more of Fabian Johnson in the attack. It helps that they have possession because it allows him to get further up the field. And again, the United States with more good possession using these wide areas.
Yedlin. Bedoya for DeAndre Yedlin, formerly with Seattle in Major League Soccer. Comes back to Michael Bradley. That ball over Sabrillo, over to John Brooks. Jones. Johnson. They're looking for Bobby Wood. Dempsey helps to win that ball back. Wood kept his balance. Kept the feet moving. Wood still has it, has options. Trying to send it in, I thought, for Bedoya.
Yeah, I don't think he was quite sure what he wanted to do in that last moment. Yeah. He had 3 or 4 chances to actually go down from a foul. And rightly so, he kept playing on, sensing the advantage, but just waited a half second. He had an opportunity to slip in. Gyasi Zardes doesn't take it, then all the space closed on him.
The U.S. has looked much more comfortable after scoring that goal. The first 7-8 minutes, it was all pretty much Costa Rica, and full credit to them for the way they came out, and they set the tempo.
They did it, and now the dynamic of the game has completely changed. Complete opposite from the Colombia game where they conceded the early goal. Then Colombia were comfortable. They sat back a little bit deeper. They encouraged the pressure for the United States. So I think it's important, though, that they don't get too comfortable with this 1-goal lead, and they keep pressing and keep doing the things that they've done well so far in this first half, and try and put 2, 3, and make up that goal differential from the first game.
Margarita sending it in, swept away by Brooks towards Jones. It's coming right back. Campbell blocked by Jones. Acosta away from Wood towards Campbell. Kept it in play. Far sideline, couple of cuts, couple more. Blocked. Johnson didn't bite on it. Duarte for Costa Rica. Calvo.
It's good shape for the United States defensively. You're getting a good look at it in your screen. And Gyasi Zardes has been given the responsibility from Jurgen Klinsmann.
Trying to slip to his Reeves, and it's knocked away. Johnson came back to help his goalkeeper, Guzan.
I didn't want to take any chances there, Fabian Johnson. Thinking that maybe Brad Guzan could have come out and claimed that one. It wasn't an intentional back pass, but he wanted to take no chances and opts just to clear it out for a throw-in.
The animated Oscar Ramirez, a winning record since taking over Costa Rica.
A lot required of him both offensively and defensively. I've played on those outside wing positions and they're tough.
Borges. All the way to the right. Gamboa. Ruiz. Bolaños all the way across. Campbell was one of the two players there. Sabrillo the other going for that ball. Zardes gave it away. Cameron the follow-up. Tap back by Bedoya to Bradley. Now to Yedlin.